in her to see if there's
I already searched.
anything on her.
So why don't you give me a search? Why don't you give me a search checks if you're searching the body?
I already did. You didn't tell me nothing.
Just because your roll wasn't as good as I wanted, Gim.
What? Oh, search check. What is that? I'm trying to look it up here. Is it just a 1d20?
It would be perception.
Okay.
That's what it would be.
Damn these ones.
Alright, so whenever you're looking over the body, you can actually see that although and Gim noticed that she was not burnt, but with your roll, Kadojo, you noticed that her throat was torn out. Even though her body's a little bit decomposed and everything, you can visually see that her throat was tore out. So that is probably the cause of death. And that's where a lot of the, a major pool of blood, coagulated dried blood as well. So
can I tell if it's from what kind of animal it was? What could have been from the spider?
It does not look like a spider wound. Definitely is. Oh, you definitely can tell it's definitely not a spider wound. Definitely not.
Question to the DM.
Answer from the DM. What's up?
Dead body, spider, no cocoon, no eat. 2 months. Gotta eat. Dead body, yum yum.
Where have we gone with this, Gim? Are you talking about the spiders and the little bugs and stuff are eating him? Eating her.
Just the little ones?
Yeah, the spiders and stuff. I mean, there's like I said, there's worms in her and roaches and other small little bugs.
Never mind.
Hey Dave, can I roll to see if there's anything valuable on the table?
Sure, absolutely. Actually, I'm not even going to let you roll for it. You actually see 2 silver daggers, actually. You can actually spot these out on the table. And like I was telling everyone before, this table, Bach, it doesn't look like it's a full table of weapons like as you see it.
Right.
It actually has a lot of tools of like torturing. So there are some knives, there's some other hooks and stuff like that on the table as well. So it doesn't look like a full, from the visual representation standpoint, it looks like there's a lot of torturing tools on there. And plus on the south wall, you can see where that hay is on the south wall. There's also shackles on the wall as well.
Okay.
So that's a couple key pieces of information for the room, because when I first described the room and everything, you weren't here, so...
Blix,
Okay.
do a search in straw.
Okay, you said earlier there was I could detect a faint magic down beyond the door that led to this basement. I'm gonna go ahead and detect magic again, see if I can figure out where that magic was.
It's coming from the table. And as you see that, you can see Boktago picking up, well, actually kind of eyeing 2 silver daggers. And there's also up on the wall. There's a small bag as well that's on a hook, and you can look inside the bag, and it looks like some a bundle of dried herbs as well.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the herbs and find that magical item, which I'm presuming is 2 silver daggers or whatever it was.
I'm going to drink a light healing spell, a light healing potion.
All right, you don't have to. I mean, you have plenty of heals here. I mean, I'm sure they will probably give you some heals if you need them. Good night, Red State. Take it easy, buddy.
Definitely.
See you next time. Are there going to be werewolves? I don't know. Make you twitch. I don't know, Twitchy.
Right next to the hay, where the shackles on the wall are.
There may be. There may
standing
not
in
be.
front of another item. Have you described this one? What is this?
Describe what? Ping on the map for me, please.
Looks like there's something along the wall right here.
Where? Can you ping? There's 4 walls. You mean where you're at?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing there.
Okay, just look like
Yeah, it's
something
just
along the wall.
it's just more harnesses and stuff like restraints and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so
I want to kind of look along the back wall where the tools are and see if there's anything along this wall that looks like it's like a fake door or a passageway or anything like that.
You can give me a
Or
search check.
even the table itself, like is there's like maybe lean down and see if it's if the table is a table that has cabinets underneath it, or does it look like, I just want to investigate that. I'm looking for anything that looks like maybe a trap door or an exit or something.
Alright, you can give me a search check, and that'll be the last search check for this place, because you guys have about searched it all out. So, and that is a beautiful roll, and unfortunately, you still do not find anything, because this place has pretty much been searched out. I mean, I let you do the roll because you haven't done one yet in here, Almond, so... But no, you just basically see what everybody else sees. You see you saw the bag of herbs, the pouch hanging up on the wall. There was a small hook holding it up. You saw several nice silver daggers that had a nice shine to them, and just the other the other restraining instruments and stuff that are on the wall. The what appears to be torture tools, and you also notice that it was probably some kind of claw or heavy large tooth or teeth that actually ripped the throat out of Alara.
But it doesn't. Nothing in this room indicates that it even looks remotely close to what would have ripped out her throat.
No, the spider couldn't have done that.
Like there's no footprints on the ground leading to a special door. Or
no,
like
there's
that.
not. No.
Doesn't look like anything. Doesn't look like anything else other than this poor woman's kill room.
You think that?
Yeah.
You think that maybe she was murdered down here?
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely put that together.
Murdered, left, and the door locked.
That's what I was ultimately going to try to get to was.
Then the murderer
Was pretty
burned
much
down
that.
the building.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, guys, is supposedly she died in the fire. So obviously, of course they didn't find her body, but it's like they just said, yeah, she died in the fire. We'll just write this down in the public records. That's what it looks like, basically.
were the children's bodies found?
I think, there's like
the ones that were declared dead were found upstairs.
Yeah, there were 3 to 5 children that died, actually, so that they actually found the corpses for. But there,
my question is,
mm-hmm.
what I'm kind of having a question is how is a room down here been built and essentially maintained when she's supposed to be a nice old lady that is taking care of orphans upstairs? Did she have anything to do with it or not?
That's a good observation, sir.
There's a mystery
So,
afoot.
that's why that's why I wanted to kind of look at this room and see if anything really felt out of place. Because she may, I don't know, but I find it hard to believe that she didn't know there was a trapdoor in essentially her building, and she didn't know what was going on down there.
Yeah, there was 3 to 5
So,
kids that died.
I don't
So
necessarily trust her.
I deducted that before, but my role wouldn't allow me.
All right,
What,
well,
Gim?
I'm gonna go back upstairs then.
I deducted that the bitch killed some of them, and somebody killed her, and then set
You're right.
the fire, and then set the fire to cover it up.
you're right. Your observation is definitely right, Gim. She was locked in here. I mean, she's not going to lock herself in and then, rip her throat out. There's just, especially there were no tools around her. So something had to do that. I mean, you guys all came up with the same assumption. Something had to kill her. And it wasn't that spider. The spider, the fangs on that spider were nowhere even close to matching up the damage to her throat.
Well, I'm getting out of here. I got to treat these damn spider bites.
Before we all leave, I decided to take the 2 daggers or 2 magical items with me. And did you say there was a chest down here or not?
No, there's no chest, no.
Okay.
Then
Just grab the 2 daggers and head on out with them.
So out we go.
Alright, so I had to take a couple notes. I like to take notes as we go, so... Alright, so I'm going to take you guys off this map. Fun little combat with a couple spiders.
Fun for you.
It wasn't fun for me. I didn't get to kill anyone.
Well, you sure give me a lot of bites.
It's only fun for me when I get to literally kill my players off. The total party kill. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just
Before
kidding.
we leave, I go and scoop up my ferret.
I'm going to call you the DM Moose.
I scoop up my chinchilla, plop it
Oh
on
my
my head
God.
as I move on out.
You guys and these goddamn pets are gonna drive me crazy. I think it's funny though.
I started a meme.
Hey Dave, did you go over all the information that
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Okay.
Because this is the actual orphanage where you had actually followed the kids and the kobolds. You actually saw the kobolds take them away. So now the party is off to the Crucible. So this is where Boktago, you actually followed the kobolds to Droskar's Crucible. You saw the actual kobolds descend into the ruins, and it looks like, it's like I was telling them before, it looks like they actually found the entrance to the temple and the Crucible itself. So that's when you came back to town. That's when you came back to Falcon's Hollow, got a room at the Jackanapes Inn, and that's when you fell asleep because you were exhausted. I mean, you basically double timed it back to Falcon's Hollow. When you woke up, you heard several other people. When you were, kind of just, looking out the window and getting a breath of fresh air, you seen a small celebration going on in the town. A couple people were yelling, "Oh, the heroes killed a dragon and blah blah blah, they're back." So you figure, it's like I told the party, you assume that they were the ones who, found the children. But come to find out, they actually came to you. They found out through some, different street knowledge, some local checks, that you had actually seen the kids with also several of the other kids that were with the 5 kids before they separated. And, it led to them coming to you. You told them what you knew, and then you showed them where basically you showed them where Elra's halfway house is, and now you guys are on your way to the Crucible. So.
And I shared my pancakes with you, so I hope
That's
you're
right.
satisfied.
Yes, Jackanapes has a hell of a pancake plate. So.
On our way back.
And these were the kids. I'm gonna show you
On
the
our way
handout
back,
one more time. Oh, one more second, Almond. This handout right here, Bach. These are the 5 kids that you had seen. So, but that's just a small handout for you. And I believe, yes, here is also a picture of the altar, Elra's halfway house. Basically, it's just like a ruin. It's basically what it looked like. Plus, there's a lot of other charring and ash and stuff like that as well. But in 3 months, it will kind of overgrow a little bit. And I think that's about it for, yeah. That's about it, I think. Yep. That's it. You guys are all caught up. You guys are now outside of the Alrora's halfway house again, and I guess you guys are going to head to the Crucible now, right?
Yep. Gonna head off to the Dwarven Monastery.
All right.
East or west?
North.
Yeah, you can see it's sort of around the mountain a little bit, and it's once you get past the monastery, you're going to have to basically wind your way around the crags, and then at the back side of the mountain that's where the entrance is. Give me 1 second.
Do we have to cross that damn river?
You don't look on the website.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Do we have to cross that river?
No, you guys are actually able to take a couple hours. There's several small rope bridges that you can go across. Even though the river foam does have a lot of logs floating down, there's a couple suspended bridges that hang about 10 to 15 feet over the water, so the logs can flow freely and not hit any bridges or anything like that. So you're able to get to. It's going to take you probably about another 2 to 3 hours. So the sun is starting to set, and you are actually at Droskar's Kreed. Now you're able to make it. No encounters. I'm not going to hit you with any encounters. Now there's a little bit of lore. You do know a little bit of lore about Droskar's Kreed, seeing that you are both dwarves, Boktago and Gimli. So I want you guys to give me a couple history checks to determine how much lore you know about Droskar's Kreed.
Can I take a history check as well?
This is just a dwarf only thing. If you're a dwarf, sure. If you're not a dwarf, negative Ghost Rider. Usually I let everyone do rolls, but on something like this, I'm just going to go with the dwarves. There's going to be times where I'm going to just let the elves do something, or just the humans. So. Alright, so Bach, you rolled a 10.
I hate my rolls.
Gim, yeah. Bach, was that your roll? It was a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So, basically, Gim, you've heard of the Droskar's Kreed, but you just know it of like a ruin. But for you, Bach, you don't know much more. You just know that there was a dwarven god, and of course his name is Droskar. So I guess he's probably like the equivalent to Mord in D&D. So, but you know that Droskar was a god, and you know that there's been ancient tales of a huge array of monsters that plague this place. Although none have been confirmed, they're sort of like old dwarven stories. And you also know that there could be an old dwarven hero that possibly wanders the crag as well. And there, especially when you were younger, you remember a poem of the Ballad of the Glintax. And you know that I'm just gonna go ahead and read you the story, and you tell this to the party as well. And Gim, you're kind of infatuated with this because Bach kind of knows a little bit about this place. So you know Glintax, mighty hero of the dwarven race, seeker of heirlooms, lost without trace. He ventured the deeps where old evil sleeps. He perished in the halls of some dark place. His restless spirit still stalks the night. His shining axe still glows bright. I've seen his ghost, and this is no boast. I've never laid eyed on a more fearful sight. And that's the old poem that you can remember about the old dwarven hero that possibly roams the halls of Droskar's Kreed.
Fitting for a dwarf. I hope the
Droskar's Kreed or Kreed, whatever you want to call it. It's probably Kreed. So there's no I, so Droskar's Kreed.
bard song should fit well with the dwarfs. Excellent.
Alright, so you guys make it there, don't have any encounters, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to call it here because Sandman is not with us, and I want him to be here for this.
Understandable. No
So,
problem.
yeah,
So we set up camp out of distance of the entrance and just wait for our friend to show up.
yeah, it's not morning yet because Malavel said that he would meet you there in the morning. So it's not morning yet. You guys are able to, find a place off out of the way to where you're not going to be able to be detected. And I guess you take the precautionary measures to set up camp, set up watches, and all that other good stuff. Hello?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're going